Welcome to Slow Home Studio. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to read a floor plan. But before we get to that, I want to describe the bigger idea of what a floor plan really is. And the best way to think about it is that a floor plan is an X-ray of your house. It takes a cut. It's just like taking a saw and sawing through everything, taking off the top half and looking down. And it's a way of being able to understand the organization of the house and how all of the pieces fit together in a way that's much different and much more effective than just walking through the house in person. So to give you an idea what that means, I've got a model here, a computer model, and just to show you conceptually what it's like when we start to take a floor plan cut. So really what we're doing is we're just kind of cutting through, almost like an MRI. We've all seen those in movies, where now this is the second floor plan, and as we go down a little bit further, we cut through the second floor. We're just removing the top half of the house and going down. So let's stop it right about there, and now we're just going to zoom in a little bit and turn it so that you can see. See how that lets us look into the house, and we can see how the living room, the dining room, the kitchen relates to the outside, the fact that there's the mudroom back over here. So now, thinking about that, now let's have a look at the floor plan itself. Just move this out of the way, and here we've got the floor plan of the house, just like an X-ray. It's really, really cool. And so what it means, and I'm going to draw a little bit on here. Remember, whenever you're going to do a floor plan, use some tracing paper, because if you start to draw on the floor plan itself, then when you change your mind and you want to do something else, you're going to have to start all over again. There's a tutorial that we've got on how to use sketch paper that you can also have a look at in a couple of minutes. So here we have our floor plan, and notice what it tells us right away. We can see that we've got our living room over here, that there's a window out to the back. It's adjacent to the kitchen. We can see the dimensions between each of the different cabinets. We can see the spaces that we've got available for circulation. Here we've got our mudroom back here with our door. I'll be talking about the conventions that we use, the symbols that we use to describe the floor plan in our next tutorial. But for now, what you can see is dimensions. You can see how you would move through. Coming over to this side of the house, we've got our front door. We can see when we come in the front door, we've got our guest bathroom right there. On the other side, we've got a study. The stair is here. We come along through a hallway with our dining room that looks out onto this front courtyard. So it's a really, really effective way to be able to understand the organization of a house. And it's a key feature, or key tool that architects use not only to understand a house, but also to design a house. Now, it's not everything. You have to be careful and understand the limitations of a floor plan. A floor plan is an analytical tool. It doesn't tell you anything about the quality of these spaces. It doesn't tell you anything really about the manner of their construction, how well they're built. None of those kinds of things. No finishes, no fixtures, nothing else. It's really a kind of analysis tool. So you use it when it's appropriate, and then you don't use it when it's not, obviously. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to talk about how you can understand the various symbols that architects use to be able to create these floor plans. And once you know those few simple rules, you're going to be able to start to understand how to read a floor plan in a really effective way and learn all sorts of things about your house.